Satu, dua, tiga.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone.
Welcome to our assignment video.
So this time,
We will discuss
About Japanese culture to accomplish our final test in cross cultural understanding course.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Minasan.
Okay guys, first of all, I will explain in general about Japanese culture. Japanese will introduce themselves. It usually start with a greeting and bow like that. In Japan, is named Ojiki. The family name is mentioned first, often followed by a title or position. Avoiding direct eye contact is important as it may be considered impolite. There are two types of language uses in Japan. First, formal language. Japanese use when speaking with someone them just meet, superiors or knowing who are not close. And two, informal language. Japanese use it when speaking with close friends, familiar colleagues, or family members. Using informal language inappropriately can be seen as a rude. Therefore, it is important to understand the level of familiarity before choosing the appropriate form of language, formal or informal in Japan. Okay, that's all in general about about Japan's culture.
Educational attitudes. Education in Japan is seen as part to social and professional success with a focus on exam and academic grades. Students often attend Chuku tutoring to prepare for highly competitive external exams such as the Yukagushiken and national exams. Teachers hold high position in society are respected as auditory figures and relationship with students are hierarchical. Teaching methods are dominated by lecture and memorization with minimal classroom interaction. Families, especially mothers, play a large role supporting their children's academic success. Exam-based assessment emphasizes competition with ranking and acceptance into prestigious institutions such as the universities of Tokyo a priority. Academic success is seen as ultimate measure, prompting many students to endure high level of pressure and even take extra years as running to achieve their goals.
Okay guys, now I will explain about how family feels in Japan. Family is highly respected in Japanese culture, and children are taught the value of oyakoko in Japan or in English filial piety, emphasizing caring for parents in their old age. And there are about family values in Japan. The first, family roles. Fathers are often the head of the family, while mothers play a key role in raising children. The eldest son typically takes on extra responsibilities, like caring for parents and managing the household. 2. Parent-child relationship. Relationships are respectful and hierarchical. Parents get major decisions like education, careers, and marriage. Next, education is a top priority, and mothers are heavily involved, often supporting children through tutorial or chuku in Japan. Next, traditional gender roles. Fathers work as primary earners, while mothers focus on home and children. These roles are evolving in urban areas, with more women taking on full-time jobs in Japan. Multi-generational living is a common, especially in rural areas, for children. Usually, the oldest son to live with parents and care of them, a part of Oyakoku in Japan. And the last, collective family values. Family members are expected to support each other's well-being and meet family expectations, such as continuing the family business or maintaining family honor. Okay, that's all I think I can explain to you about family values in Japan. Bye.
Verbal patterns in Japanese communication. Communication in Japan tends to be indirect to maintain social harmony. 1. Refusal or criticism is delivered in a subtle and valid manner, often using indirect phrases such as "there may be another way." Politeness, keigo, is very important, with 3 main forms: sunkeigo, respect for the other person; kenjogo, self-depreciation; and teinego, general formality. Invitation and refusals are made implicitly, such as "maybe another time," for refusing silence in highly valued use to think or avoid conflict. Criticism and praise are usually humble, with respondents tending to be modest. Humor in rare, especially in formal situations, and light-hearted or situational.
Okay, now I will continue this. In Japanese culture places a strong emphasis on maintaining respect and harmony in social interactions. This is reflected in their nonverbal communication, where facial expressions are often kept neutral to convey respect and preserve social harmony. Direct eye contact, especially with someone of higher stature, is considered impolite. Instead, lowering one's gaze is a sign of respect, and children are taught from a young age to avoid prolonged eye contact with adults. Even in professional settings, eye contact is typically brief before being averted. This sense of respect also extends to personal space and physical interaction. Personal space is highly valued, with individuals preferring greater physical distance even in informal situations. Physical contact such as a handshake is rare and often replaced by bowing, which is primary way to greet and show respect. The angle of the bow depends on the level of formality too, like a slight 50-degree bow for casual greetings and 30-degree bow for formal situation, and a deep 45-degree bow for expressing profound gratitude or sincere apologies. Silence also holds a significant place in Japanese communication, symbolizing respect, thoughtfulness, and a commitment to harmony. In meeting, silence is often interpreted as a sign that someone is carefully considering their thought or waiting for an appropriate moment to speak. Gestures, too, are simple and restrained, with action like pointing considered rude. Instead, people use their whole hand to indicate a direction. Even counting with fingers differs from Western norms, with the number 1 represented by the index fingers instead of the thumb. This cultural emphasis on respect and harmony seamlessly extends into the workplace. Japanese work culture is deeply rooted in hard work and loyalty. Employees often prioritize their jobs over personal needs, with many committing their entire careers to a single company in a system known as Shushin Kyo or lifetime employment. Individual success is often tied to the company's success, reflecting a collective mindset that prioritizes the group over personal achievements. Workplace relationships are hierarchical, guided by the senpai kohei, like senior or junior system, where juniors seek advice and approval from their seniors. Decisions are typically made through nemawashi, an informal consensus building process that ensures harmony before formal decisions are finalized. However, the culture of long working hours often makes achieving a work life balance challenging. Initiatives like Premium Friday, which encourage employees to leave work early on Fridays, have been introduced to address this issue, but social pressure often makes it difficult for employees to take advantage of such policies. Okay, interpersonal interaction in the workplace remain polite and structured. They're reflecting the broader cultural value of respect. Hierarchy and formality dictate much of this interaction, and conflicts are generally avoided or resolved indirectly to preserve team harmony. Recognition in the workplace tends to focus on the success of the team or company rather than individual accomplishment, further reinforcing the collective mindset. For instance, annual bonuses are typically distributed based on the company's overall performance rather than the achievements of individual employees. Through structured training and development programs, companies also invest in their employees, ensuring they align with corporate values and skills. This commitment to both individual growth and collective success reflects the deep interconnection between personal and organizational values in Japanese culture. Okay, that's from me. Thank you.
In Japan, punctuality is highly valued in daily life. Being late, even by just a few minutes, is considered impolite. Therefore, many Japanese people arrive early, but in social and professional contexts, as a sign of respect. For example, the Shinkansen trains are famous for their remarkable punctuality, rarely delayed by more than a few seconds. In work meetings, participants usually arrive 10 to 50 minutes early to prepare themselves. Time management in Japan is also notable, with a flexible approach in social life but a highly structured one in the workplace. Priority is given to group harmony, so schedules are often adjusted to achieve consensus. For instance, business meetings can be extended if needed to ensure mutual agreement. Apart from time, personal space is also highly respected. Japanese people tend to maintain physical distance in social interaction to show respect. In formal meetings, the distance between individuals is typically greater. Additionally, there is clear separation between public and private spaces. Inviting guests into one's home is rare, as homes are considered private space, so social gatherings are more often held in public places like restaurants. Silence holds an important value in Japanese culture. It is often used for reflection or to show respect and is not seen as a sign of discomfort. In business negotiations, silence is frequently used to demonstrate serious consideration or to subtly exert pressure. Finally, mobility in Japan relies heavily on efficient and punctual public transportation. Trains and buses are the main choices for the public, with highly organized train system in major cities. This reflects the disciplines and punctuality that are central to Japanese culture.
Everyone, today we're gonna discuss about the cultural conflict that happened in Japan. So conflict is often arise due to indirect communication in Japan, which maybe can be misunderstood as a weakness or lack of transparency by other culture. So the value of social harmony can clash with the value of individualism, where expressing personal opinion is more considered in Japan. I'll give you an example of this discuss. When it's in an international business meeting, Japanese people might be hesitant to reject an idea directly, which can cause confusion for American people. There is a focus on process and harmony. Conflict resolution often takes longer to reach a consensus accepted by all parties. Like example, in negotiation, Japanese people might use silence or informal discussion, or they call nemawashi, before reaching an official agreement. Also, conflict is usually avoided to maintain harmony. If conflict cannot be avoided, an indirect approach is often used. Conflict resolution may involve a third party acting as a mediator. Like example, if there is disagreement at work, a Japanese employee may be express their concern to a senior or senpai, they call it, rather than directly to involve a party. A collectivist culture encourages group harmony and adherence to norms. This can cause frustration when dealing with more individualistic cultures. Like an example, in a multicultural team project, Japanese people might feel uncomfortable with the team members making decisions without group consultation. Also, in Japan, indirect communication is preferred. Japanese people often use subtle language and euphemisms to explain disagreement or dissatisfaction. Like the example, instead of saying "we are disagree," a Japanese partner may say this might need a more discussion. Hierarchical in Japanese relationships are very important. With high respect for seniority and status, conflict might arise if someone from an egalitarian culture does not respect the hierarchical structure. Like example, in a business meeting, Japanese people might feel uncomfortable if a junior speaks directly to the CEO without intermediary. So it is a high contact culture where non-verbal cues, silence, and social context play a big role in a communication. This can cause confusion with low context culture that rely on explicit verbal communication. Like example, Japanese people might feel frustrated if Americans do not understand implicit message in interaction.
Nunduk ya. Satu, dua, tiga. That is some Japanese culture we can explain to you guys. So we hope this video is useful and can be understood well. So, arigatou
Arigatou
gozaimasu.
gozaimasu, minasan. Bye bye.